Maybe my perspective, maybe I could help change some people's perspective. I don't know, but I went into it with the best of intentions of trying to do that. That's how I looked at this opportunity.
Look,
I thought it was an opportunity.
What's going on, you guys? Today we have Brian Tyler Cohen scolding Don Lemon like he's his little brother. Don Lemon was wanting to work with Elon Musk. Brian Tyler Cohen calls him out.
I thought that was a win for everyone.
So, okay, so you'd mentioned that he wants to bring you on the platform because you would help kind of more center what has devolved into a right-wing platform by virtue of Elon. But don't you see how him bringing you on is going to, I mean, it's not just a matter of, for example, like bringing another voice into the ecosystem. This is helping build a platform that would financially benefit somebody who has turned the platform into a right-wing echo chamber. Wasn't there any worry about, like, there's a difference between, I think, just going on the platform and tweeting or helping build up the entire infrastructure, which Elon is using to kind of wield as a cudgel against the left?
Mm-hmm. So what's your question?
So was there, like, do you see the difference in terms of just being on the platform and tweeting versus helping his bottom line in terms of, you know, building this up into a competitor for YouTube, for example?
But I actually don't think that I was helping his bottom line. Listen, I don't think that anyone thinks that X or Twitter is a profitable venture for Elon Musk. I mean, look how much he paid for it, and I don't think that. I'm pretty sure you check me on my facts here, that X is actually turning a real profit. So I actually thought, I wasn't thinking along those terms. I'm not thinking in terms of helping Elon Musk. I'm thinking in terms of helping to inform an electorate, especially with an election coming up. I'm thinking in terms of liberals who are not in the space that you and I are in now, that you've been in much longer, that is right-wing, that is proliferated by right-wing people. People on the right have really cornered the market on these platforms and on radio. Liberals aren't doing that. People who are in the center aren't doing that. They need to get into the arena and fight. And so that's my perspective on this. I wasn't looking at it, am I helping Elon Musk? I'm not really helping Elon Musk, because the people who really like Elon Musk, they hate me. They don't want me on the platform. And so I'm trying to get the people who like me and who are fair-minded, who have a worldview that may be like mine.
So here we have Don Lemon, who, you know, I do genuinely believe that he didn't maybe know what he was getting into. I would like to give him more benefit of the doubt than maybe someone like a Cenk Uygur type of personality who wants to go and maybe sway the people. I do believe that Don Lemon actually wanted to just provide a voice, a free voice, a voice for independence, a voice for his own views, and I think that he may have just believed a little bit too much in Elon to provide him that spot. I don't think that he actually knew what he was getting into, who he was talking to. That he didn't realize that he was talking to someone who bought Twitter to shift the entire view of Twitter, to completely take over. I think that he might have overestimated Elon's, integrity.
To come along and get into the arena and fight it out with some of these crazy people, or at least I was at least trying to change some people's minds to see maybe, Don Lemon isn't so bad. Maybe Brian Tyler Cohen isn't so bad. Maybe my perspective, maybe I could help change some people's perspective. I don't know, but I went into it with the best of intentions of trying to do that. That's how I looked at this opportunity.
Look,
I thought it was an opportunity.
I think by watching the interview, that was clear. You definitely far exceeded expectations in terms of the actual interview itself. I guess, like,
everyone thought I was red pilled. I kept watching. They're like, "Why is Don Lemon going on X? He's going to be red pilled."
That's clear. I mean, look, I was critical of your decision to host a show on X. Like, I guess my beef going into this was, I feel like more broadly, democracy is on the brink right now, and the right-wing media machine is hell-bent on accelerating our descent toward autocracy to benefit Donald Trump, to benefit his Republican Party. And I can clearly see that Elon is aligned with those Republicans. So the decision to start a show on X and to bolster a platform where Elon regularly promotes right-wing conspiracy theories and mainstreams dangerous voices like libs of TikTok and these other right-wing provocateurs felt to me like you weren't taking the threat to democracy seriously. Like you saw it as a marketing opportunity for yourself when obviously there are dangers, to being on that platform.
I understand that. I understand exactly what you're saying. And don't think that I didn't think about what you're saying a million times. But that is not how I saw it. That's not how I felt. I truly felt that I had the opportunity to go in there and change some minds and actually to help bring people back to the platform. And not bring people back to the platform to help Elon Musk's bottom line.
Yeah.
It's to help inform an electorate. That's it. I thought I was doing everyone some good by doing it. Wasn't helping my street cred.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more content like this.
So you thought it was a marketing opportunity. There was no marketing. The best marketing opportunity that has happened to me was Elon canceling this deal. And so everyone's like, finally, Don Lemon's not back on the platform. But listen, I hear you, but that's not my intention when I went into this. And I appreciate your feedback on that.
And to your credit, I think the interview is a testament to that, and I do think that that's a valid response to that. Don, are you going to continue posting on X now, especially in light of what not that you can say whether or not this is the case, or that I can say whether or not this is the case, the alleged suppression?
Yeah, I'm going to keep posting there. I'll keep posting there, and I'll keep fighting it out, and we'll see. And I would encourage others to do so. But listen, I completely respect the people who don't want to be on that platform, because I stopped tweeting myself. I actually hired someone to do my social media because it had become so toxic. And so when I thought about doing this, I really wanted to know, my goodness, do I want to go back into that toxic arena? But here's what I've come to realize, and I think the country has come to realize, and it's something that you should think about, is that when you try to kill, or you move off of one platform, or you throw Donald Trump off of Twitter, you just create another Twitter. You just create another echo chamber that becomes an echo chamber that you really have no participation in, that helps to fuel conspiracy theories and right-wing bullshit that you don't even see. And so I think that many people should think about that, and that's how I feel about it.
It's a great point, and the thing that I have trouble reconciling with that point is that the rules of Twitter are kind of rigged against those who don't share his beliefs. And so it's one thing to I completely understand and agree with your thoughts on like ceding this ground to Republicans. It's why I started doing what I do. I mean, I started posting on Facebook because all I was getting served was videos from right wingers on Facebook. I'm like,
and I want it to be known that Don Lemon's show on Twitter was canceled because it was too much of a, Elon Musk even said it was an invasive and charged interview. So, Don Lemon was probably asking some real questions, and he probably knows now that, it wasn't that this guy doesn't want to platform anybody, that Elon Musk entirely wants to push an agenda that he can't handle, to have his true self and his real character questioned.
Where is anybody on the left? And then I brought my show on to YouTube. I mean, there's a reason, that I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all these platforms, because I think it's important not to cede this ground to the right, who for so long has had a foothold in all of these platforms. So I completely agree with you there. But I think, looking at my own numbers on Twitter, it's impossible to reach the audience that I was able to reach before he took over almost instantly. And you look at the sheer amount of engagement that right-wingers have had since the moment Elon took over. It's clear what's happening on that platform. And so you can tweet, until your fingers fall off, but if you're not able to reach people because, somebody's thumb is on the scale, somebody who calls himself this free speech absolutist, if his thumb is on the scale, then it makes it difficult to reconcile being on that platform to the same extent as the other ones, knowing that the rules of the game are rigged from the beginning.
Right. And so by me being on the platform would be the exact opposite, because part of the deal of that platform was for them to amplify my voice and to amplify what I was doing, and that there would be no concern about being suppressed, because there was an incentive in there for me to be successful. Do you understand what I'm saying, Brian?
100%.
Right.
And I do think. Look, I think that definitely makes sense.
But I want you. You know this, I want Elon to know this, and I want everyone to know this. This is not about sour grapes, right? Deals fall apart all the time. right? Or what have you. But when you have a deal and you have a contract, you expect people to abide by it. And if you are going to tell everyone and profess to the entire world that you're a free speech absolutist and you don't live up to that ideal, you don't live up to your own words, then that's just sheer hypocrisy. And I think people should call you.
There we have it. We have Don Lemon, who even now admittedly says, Elon Musk, if you're not going to stand on what you're saying, if you're not going to stand on, these principles and these values that you are advocating for, that you identify yourself with, then then I shouldn't have done that to begin with. I shouldn't have ever got involved with you to begin with. I think that it was more or less on Elon that he may have been promising too much than what he could actually deliver. And it's a disappointment. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's another day in the progressive way.